Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The Immigration Bureau says the woman off-boarded from her flight to Taiwan was suspected of intending to work abroad rather than merely visiting the country. BI spokesperson Dana Sandoval told the big story that the passenger's purpose did not match the document she showed. This is why she had to undergo a second interview. The woman earlier claimed that she was asked to present 10 birth certificates of her ancestors.
When we saw the initial report on the matter, the commissioner saw that the passenger's purpose really did not match the documents that she was showing. When she presented herself for immigration inspection, she claimed that she was a tourist bound to Taiwan, but during the interview, the immigration officer saw evidence that she is planning to work abroad.
Sandoval, however, claimed that most travelers don't need to go through lengthy immigration screening. That's if they don't raise red flags in the eyes of the immigration officer.
Not everyone is being asked additional questions. What immigration officers look out for are red flags, meaning inconsistencies under documentation and under purpose of travel. That is the trigger for the immigration officer to ask further questions, see the entire picture of the circumstances of the travel.
Senator Amy Marcos is questioning the increasing number of U.S. military planes arriving in the Philippines. This comes after several U.S. military planes landed in the country in the past few weeks. Senator Amy pointed out that only a few people are aware of the activities of the U.S. military within our territory, while we constantly criticize Chinese ships in the South China Sea. The senator emphasized the need for fairness in monitoring the situation. However, according to international studies professor Renato De Castro, he sees nothing wrong, noting that China and the U.S. are different. De Castro explained that China is coming to our territory to claim it, while the U.S. only visits the country as guests, in accordance with agreements.
It's just a matter of routine. U.S. movement. So because, of course, number one, we have the Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States. We have the Visiting Force Agreement. So they're covered. They're covered, and of course, they come here as an ally, not as an occupier.
Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco will be going on leave after the scandal that rocked her department. According to the Philippine Star, Frasco will take a vacation overseas with her family. It's still not clear where they would go or how long the trip will be. The DOT found itself in hot water over the use of stock footage in the Love the Philippines promotional video. Frasco has since been elusive towards the media. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Now, I'm Diego Castro. A magnitude 5 earthquake struck eastern Samar on Monday evening. PHIVOLCS said the tremor occurred 7 kilometers northeast of Llorente town at 9:01 p.m. It was initially recorded at magnitude 5.2 but was later on downgraded. The earthquake was also felt in other Samar provinces and Leyte Island. Any damage is not expected from the tremor, but residents are warned of aftershocks. Maynilad customers are bracing for water interruption starting this week. Over the weekend, water supply at the Angat Dam fell below the minimum operating level of 180 meters. With this, water allocation for concessionaires automatically goes down to 48 cubic meters per second. Several barangays in Quezon City, Manila, Caloocan, Malabon, Navotas, and Valenzuela will be experiencing water interruptions from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. For those living far away from service areas, service interruptions could last for another 2 hours. West Zone concessionaire Maynilad still can't say how long the interruptions will last. But in their defense, it will be not as bad as the 14 to 16-hour water interruptions back in April.
And hopefully, ito pong gagawin nating interruption ay mas mapaiksi pa natin sa actual implementation. Talaga ang iniiwasan namin mangyari na mayroong single customer na 24 hours siyang walang tubig.
Meralco consumers can look forward to a relief as the company announces a reduction in power rates. Meralco said it lowered power rates to consumers by at least 72 centavos per kilowatt hour. This would translate to about 144 peso decrease in the total electricity bill of customers consuming 200 kilowatt hours. The power company attributed these to several factors, including the reductions on generation charge, as well as a lower demand from the wholesale electricity spot market or WESM. But Meralco warns that El Nino could affect power rates. However, there are still no indications on upward pressure as supplies are so far sufficient.
The biggest driver of the reduction was the wholesale electricity spot market or WESM with an energy share of 15%. Yung pagbaba po niya ay nasa 2 pesos and 66 centavos rounding it off. IPPs o yung pong aming mga legacy contracts, 37% po yung energy share, 47 centavos po rounded off ang reduction.
And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.